eyes there, they're a lot closer together on an alligator than they are in a crocodile. The other big difference though, this jaw, this is the big thing. Thanks, beautiful. I'll settle you, Gretel. Come on. There's lovely big round jaw, very broad, big U shape there. Our crocodiles have a much more narrow jaw, so much more of a V shape. And after we see these guys, you're actually going to go see some freshwater crocodiles. You'll see they've got an even more narrow snout again. The other thing is when these guys have their mouths closed, they have that lovely smile, toothy smile. With alligators, you'll see teeth only from the top jaw generally. The reason is those top jaw teeth will overlap those bottom jaw teeth. Yet with our crocodiles, they're sitting there smiling at you from the shore. You're going to see teeth from the top and the bottom. They will interlock in different parts like that. However, the biggest difference between alligators and crocodiles is not what they look like, but how they behave. So what I'm going to do is give them some food. See if you can spot a difference in how these guys behave as opposed to the crocodiles that John just fed for you. I'll do them on both sides so you all get to see. I'll start with the big fella here because I know he's hungry. Come on. Good boy. And I know you're hungry, little fella. Come on. You got it? Good job. Okay, boy, you wait till I'm ready, please. Come on, try again. Good boy. One more. Who else is good? Come on. Oh, you are. Oh, nearly lost it. Oh, try again. Wow. Try again. Come on, up here. Be quick. Don't know what's going to nab it. Good job. Now, did you see a difference at all? Oh, thank you. You got some, you big selfish one. Now, apart from the fact that these guys are a lot more noisier than the crocodiles, what you saw then was basically a feeding response. All these alligators are interested in is the chicken that is in my hands. However, the crocodiles next door, and the crocodiles you'll see from here on in, if they could, they would quite happily take our hands, our shoulder and everything else attached to it as well. These are not as dangerous. They are not as aggressive and so therefore nowhere near as dangerous as the estuarine crocodile. They also do handle each other's company a bit better. These guys are a lot more social than our crocodiles and they can hold them, they can handle much cooler temperatures. So alligators are only found in freshwater areas. And these guys can even live where the water freezes over the winter. Oi, wake up, buddy. Come on, down here. Oh, nothing. We'll get him over here. Come on. So there is a species in China that lives in the Yangtze River. As I mentioned, that does freeze over winter. So these guys can tolerate those cold temperatures. Our crocs can't. Now, because of that, we are not allowed to breed these here. In fact, to breed these in this country, you need a very, very strict licence. The reason for that is they are not Australian, as I mentioned at the start. They are a different and introduced species, a foreign species, and if someone was to breed these and they were to get out, that'd be a big issue. Because if they got out up here, not so much of a problem. Our crocodiles would actually beat them up and kill them. But they can tolerate those colder temperatures. So theoretically, these guys could get out and live even as far south as Perth, Melbourne, Sydney and places like that. In the freshwater habitats there, and I tell you what, the last thing we need in this country is another introduced animal, one of these floating around the Canning River or something like that, eh? Alright, let's see if I can't get those guys back up there for you. Oi, Miska, right there. Looking at you, over here, come on. There you go, come on. Get up there, buddy. That's it. I know it's hard work, but we believe in you. Oh, hey, if you're game, you got 3 bits for you, you lucky duck. Good-o. Alrighty, we're going to move on and see those freshwater crocodiles now. So if you turn around and see John, he's got his stick in the air for you, follow him. He'll take you there.
The aggressive elements up? Wow.
Yeah, they go snatch.
The boys.
What's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Hank.